Okay, you'll want to sit down for this one. And if you're in grad school or need to write white papers on various topics, you'll probably want to watch this video more than once. OpenAI just released Deep Research, which is an AI agent that can do work for you independently. Once you give it a prompt, ChatGPT will find, analyze, and synthesize hundreds of online sources to create a comprehensive report at the level of a research analyst. Right now, the AI agent is only pulling from publicly available resources, but I'm guessing that will change in the future. Once you provide the prompt, Deep Research will ask you a series of follow up questions so it knows exactly what you want the output to be. Then the AI independently discovers, reasons about, and consolidates insights from across the web. Most outputs will take between 10 and 30 minutes to complete, but you don't need to stay on the screen. You can just open a different tab and work on something different. You'll get a notification once the AI has done its research. As of this video, the output will be just text, but in a short time, OpenAI will be adding the ability to embed images and other visualizations. So let me show you how this works. First, to access deep research, you just need to click on the button right within your chat window. Since I'm on my education account, I only get 10 deep research projects per month, so you'll want to be selective with how you use this feature. For my first deep research project, I wanted to compare structured cooperative learning versus visibly random groupings in K-5 education. And I'm sure you're thinking, really, Sam, but hear me out. I just got done reading a book on Kagan's cooperative learning structures. If you aren't familiar with this, Kagan's cooperative learning structures are instructional strategies designed to promote student engagement and active learning. But unlike some of the other methods of grouping students for collaborative learning, Kagan stresses a proactive approach to how teachers group kids. As I was reading this book, I kept thinking back to the research on visibly random groups by Peter Liljedahl. That says when students are thrown together into a random groups, it helps to build the mindset that each and every student is capable. So, which is a better way to group students? At this point, I had no clue. Quick spoiler alert, they both work. But I wanted to test our deep research on the topic. I first came up with my prompt: conduct research on the effectiveness of structured cooperative learning, for example, Kagan structures versus visibly random groupings in K to 12 education. Use bullet points and tables where necessary for clarity. Once I did that, the platform asked me these four follow up questions, which I provided answers for. Then the AI went to work. As you can see, the first thing it did was to repeat back to me what it was going to do so that I could make any adjustments that were needed. You'll know deep research is working if you see this progress bar on your screen. It took mine about 45 seconds to begin displaying any information. And I've seen online that a lot of people say that sometimes this progress bar doesn't show up. If that happens, you'll need to restart your prompting again. But after about 45 seconds, my progress bar began to display information. So let's start by explaining what's happening on the screen. As you can see, my progress bar is starting to provide the number of sources the AI is looking at. If you click on sources, a side menu bar will appear. In this menu bar, Deep Research will not only show you the sources that it is working with, but if you click on Activity, it will show you what it is doing with those sources. This is crazy, right? You'll also notice that the number of sources the AI is looking at has also increased. Again, the ChatGPT Deep Research AI is only able to research items that are in the public domain. So any peer-reviewed article that is housed on a private database can't be included at this time. That makes me question whether or not those databases will even exist in the future. To me, if any researcher wants their work cited in the future, they're going to need to publish it in a way that ChatGPT or any AI can find it. Either way, right now, this is blowing my mind. If you remember back to my prompt, I did not ask it to specifically look at effect size. All I did was ask it to tell me which grouping structure is more effective. But the AI was smart enough to know that in order to provide me with that information, it needed to look at effect size. Now you can see that some of the sources may not be ones that I would have chosen if doing this research without AI. But that's why the human needs to be in the loop at all times and verify all the information. But still, this is insane. Look at this. I'm beginning to explore an intriguing idea. I feel like stepping into a new territory. Then look at this. It realized the website wasn't giving it what it needed. Look at my sources now. We're up to 18. Okay, 8 minutes and 21 sources later, I have a fully researched paper comparing structured cooperative learning groups to visibly random groups. Now you can see here, this is the code for the table that was included. For whatever reason, the chart doesn't display correctly. However, when I copy and pasted this into a Google Doc, the table displayed fine. When all was said and done, after 8 minutes, I had a 6 page, single spaced research paper, complete with citations on a topic of my interest. Was it perfect? I'm not sure. I would really need to read through this document and dig deeper into all the sources. But I can't imagine that it wouldn't at least be helpful in my own work. Once I was done, I went back and asked ChatGPT to provide me with citations because I didn't see a works cited page. At first, it gave me a response that said it couldn't do that, but then I asked it again, and as you can see, it listed out all the sources using APA format. So, what do you think? I was blown away by this first attempt. If you're in grad school or your work requires you to do a lot of research on a particular topic, deep research should be your new best friend. Let me know what you think. I'll continue to play and update everyone on different use cases. And if I find any new tricks for using deep research, I'll be sure to share. Thanks for watching.